Hello, welcome back to the Perfect Pass podcast. My name's Christian.
I'm
Ashley. And special guest this week, we've got Callum. Welcome on, Callum.
Hello there, guys. How are we doing?
So, Callum works with Ashley. Tell us a bit about yourself, Callum.
Well, I work with Ashley. I'm Callum, and I've come from Milton Keynes to work in Martin Mere, part of the entertainment staff. Very happy to be here, and very happy to be on the Perfect Pass podcast here today.
Love that. So, like I say, from Milton Keynes, you're an MK Dons fan, aren't you?
I am, yes.
Yes, and also follows a bit of Liverpool in the Premier League as well.
I do.
Lovely. Right, so let's get going this week. First of all, City.
Hang on, wait. You've got a bit more to tell us about himself first. Don't forget to tell us that you was on you've done a football degree in journalism, didn't you?
I did, yes. I did a football journalism course at the University of Derby. And as courses go, like I do still enjoy doing journalism stuff. I've been asked by one of my friends in Milton Keynes to start writing again, doing the preview stuff for his website. Obviously not paid or anything, just because I just quite enjoy writing. Yeah. It's always nice to get that out there. But yeah, some of the modules I had to do were quite interesting, to say the least. There was a mobile journalism one. One of my genuine assignments was I had to make a TikTok, and they had to mark that. So when you think that there's of people having to obviously I did dissertation as well, but when you think there's genuine people having to do hard work, and I'm just trying to film a 1 minute TikTok.
Yeah.
Mental. How much this day and age has changed.
Yeah, a bit odd.
You have to do a degree. You did a degree, didn't you?
I've done a degree, yeah, foundation degree, sports coaching. And level 2 qualified coach now.
There you go.
More qualified than you?
Yeah, but you're not as good as me though.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
I'm like Guardiola.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Speaking of Guardiola, what's happened, Ash? Fucking Spurs and Bournemouth.
It's an amazing segue.
But the thing is, he says this, right? And people go, well, no one cares about the Carabao Cup. We don't.
Oh, here we go.
Surely not.
We don't care about it.
Shut up.
I've never, honestly, I do not.
Be careful if you're lifting the trophy at Wembley. Go, hey, get up, boys.
Pep was laughing at one point when it was 2-1 near the end. That's how much he cares.
Yeah, what a fucking joke his team is.
Alright, yeah, but then, oh, Jesus, that's going to be a crash. Ooh. See, this is what happens when we drive. This is why it's good when we drive, I think. Because anything can happen.
There you go.
Yeah.
And what was saying?
On about City being shit, mate.
Right, he says this, right? Don't forget shit. I mean, I won't say shit because we're still higher than you.
I'm sorry, but you got beat by Bournemouth, mate. Bournemouth.
Well, then,
Bournemouth.
But then, have you not been beat by Bournemouth ever?
Probably.
Exactly. So you can't say Bournemouth.
But we're not one of the best teams in the world, are we? We're not Premier League champions. We're not Champions League champions.
But then that can still happen. Football's football. You can't say.
Oh, football's.
It's not. No one's guaranteed to win.
No. Well, you should be winning.
No, not really, because no one's.
You've got some of the best players in the world. Erling Haaland. Where was Erling Haaland?
Right, but then you've also.
Well, he's just gone MIA past few games, hasn't he?
I think he was missing from 2 yards at the end, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Best striker in the world, better than Harry Kane. Yeah, my arse, mate. Who do you think's better, Erling Haaland or Harry Kane?
What, currently or?
Overall.
Overall, Harry Kane.
Thank you.
But then you've also so when Erling Haaland's at 31, who are you going to say?
Oh, probably Erling Haaland.
Exactly. This is what you can't say.
Well, it depends. He's had a bit of dip form recently, hasn't he? So we'll see how it goes. This might be the end.
He's already
might be the beginning of the end, isn't it?
He's already eclipsed everything Harry Kane will ever do in his career.
No, I'm not on about the trophies. I'm on about as a player.
But then trophies make a player.
Not really.
Yes, they do.
Not really.
Of course they do.
Not really.
So who's going to look back at their career?
Who won the European Golden Boot last season? Harry Kane.
Oh.
I think as a Liverpool fan, whenever we used to come up against one of them, I was always more scared, to be fair, about Kane. But that might have been because he had Son with him as well at the time. Haaland, obviously, you're obviously aware of the threat, but I don't think he's always been amazing against Liverpool as much as maybe Harry Kane has. Maybe that's because he's played less games than Harry Kane did against Liverpool. But he always seemed to get one every time. Harry Kane would always seem to score against Liverpool whenever I'd watch him.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, who's going to look in 10 years' time and go, oh, look, there's my Champions League medal? Oh no, look, there's my European fucking golden boot.
Well, they're both very good achievements.
But who's going to look back and go, I'd rather have that one or that one?
Well, Harry Kane might still win the Champions League.
You won't.
There's my
How do you
Audi
know?
Cup, guys.
Bayern Munich can't. If they were going to win it, it was going to be last year.
It could have been, but they're still in it this year.
I don't think so.
Well, you're definitely not going to fucking win it,
No,
are you?
no.
Well, getting beat by Bournemouth, mate.
But then that... See, this doesn't make sense.
Spurs.
It does this, Callum, I'm sorry.
Come on.
Right? It doesn't make sense, what you're saying. You could go out and beat Real Madrid, fucking 5-0, and then get beat by Bournemouth. It doesn't...
You could, but you shouldn't be.
But you've also got to remember, it's not an excuse, but there's 13 players out. 13 players is...
So I'm just hearing excuses right now.
So an injury's an excuse. So an actual injury is an excuse. How is it?
It's
It's an injury, you can't play that player.
I'm sorry, but haven't Man City got the best squad depth in that
It
league?
doesn't mean you don't miss De Bruyne.
Well, obviously you're going to miss big players.
So you got De Bruyne, Walker. These players are influential.
But you've got players to bring in.
Rodri is
I think
another one.
Rodri is the biggest miss.
Rodri
So-
is the biggest miss, yeah.
Exactly, so
But
then-
you've got the best squad depth in that
But it
league.
doesn't fucking
You
matter.
should be able to cope with it
But-
better than any other team.
But Rico Lewis is not going to bring to the team what Rodri does.
No, but he should be doing a job.
He still does a job.
Exactly, so what are you
But I'm
moaning
saying-
about then?
Because Rodri brings something different.
It does bring something different. Every player brings
So
something
you can't
different.
say, oh,
What I'm saying is,
you
you
should still
have
be
that
winning.
squad depth to cope. Your second team could still compete at the bottom of that Premier League.
the bottom.
Oh, mid-table.
So then they're clearly not as good then, are they? So then...
They're
you
clearly
just
not as
answered
good,
your
no,
own
but they
question.
still compete. Spurs' second team would not compete in the Premier League.
You just answered your own question.
How have I answered my
They're
own
not as
question?
good.
Yes,
So
but
these
what I'm
players-
saying is they've got... Every
But
team
what I'm
has
saying is-
injuries, Ash. Every team has
13?
injuries. Yeah,
But what I'm
not
saying-
this season, but every team has injuries.
So then it affects them, does it not?
It definitely does. I remember Liverpool had that one season. I think we finished maybe third, but it was like the awful season where like
Oh, you had-
Reece Williams.
yeah,
and,
Van Dijk was
like,
out as
Nat
well.
Wi- like Henderson was playing centre back for most of the season.
So
But that
Stones
sort
has
of
been
thing.
injured. That's a
I'm
big
not
miss.
saying
Usual.
But what I'm
injuries
saying
happen,
is,
but
you
I'm
can't
saying
go.
you've got the squad depth that you should be able to still cope.
But
You
then-
should be able to still scrape 1-0 wins. That's
Not
what I'm
really.
saying.
No, because nothing's guaranteed in football.
Nothing's guaranteed. No, but you should be. Like, say, like
I'm
Wolves,
not
Wolves
being
for
funny.
example, a mid-table Premier League team. They get 13 players out.
If me
Their second team will struggle. They probably be fighting relegation.
If me auntie had balls, she'd be my uncle. It's
There you go.
fucking...
There you go.
Nothing's guaranteed.
That's nothing is
But you
guaranteed. But
can't
I'm
go, oh,
saying
he should be doing that.
your second team.
We do argue, Callum. You've noticed
Yeah.
this.
Your second team should be able to
But
cope
you gotta-
better than most in the Premier League. That's all.
Right, but then
That's
that-
what I'm saying, which is a valid point.
And they're not
Isn't
being-
that a valid point,
Like,
Callum?
We played
Thank you.
against Spurs and we played fucking, what is it, 5-6 fucking under 21s.
Yeah, you also had Erling Haaland on the bench unused, which I really don't get that.
You know? Look, and you still only just managed to beat us. Just.
Not really. Went
It was 2-1.
Got lucky.
It doesn't matter. Oh my god.
Look at the record at our
it has been bad.
stadium.
It has been bad. It's a
You've
bogey.
scored about 3 goals.
It's a bogey
mate.
team, but
You scored about 3 goals and
I'd
you've won
rather
twice.
I'd rather beat you in the Premier League there than the Carabao Cup. Absolutely.
I think you've only beat us in the Premier League once, sir.
Are you gonna win anything this season? No.
Potentially.
No.
I think
Potentially.
the biggest chance is probably something like the Carabao Cup.
Carabao
Yeah,
Cup, we're in the
but
quarterfinals.
then what's
Fucking
now?
Further than you, mate.
Yeah, but we've already.
Who have you
been
got
there.
next?
We've got Man United,
Exactly.
One of them,
Spanked.
isn't
which we've beaten 3-0, but however,
Is it
that was
home or away?
10-0. We're at home. Sure, we're at home, yeah.
Yeah, see, so this new manager might come in and just.
Exactly. You don't know, do you? We that game's a bit of a shot in the dark. We don't know what's going to
We're
happen.
playing up tonight, spoilers, but it's out tomorrow.
Don't know.
So I'm sure he's the manager as well. I'm sure he's still manager, isn't he?
Yeah, he's after the next international break. He's taking over, which is in next week, the week after.
So you can imagine.
I'm sick of these fucking international breaks, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I love the Euros, I love the World Cup and whatnot, but what is the fucking point of this?
Anyway, Callum,
First game under Tuchel, though.
he's doing me fucking head in.
Yeah.
No, he's not, is it? Tuchel don't take over till January.
Is it January?
Yeah.
I think it might be the year.
He's fucking waffled on enough. Tell us about MK Dons.
Yeah.
No, absolutely no problem.
They're a fake team.
Sure. Yeah.
What?
Do you know what?
They're a bait.
I could come here and I could Do you know what? And I will. MK Dons did win the FA Cup back in the day against Liverpool. I think you'll find it wasn't AFC Wimbledon because they were formed a lot later on, so it couldn't have been them. Just any Wimbledon fans out there, just want to let you know that. The issue with giving Wimbledon a bit of stick at the moment is in the last 3 games they have beaten us quite convincingly. But apart from that, I'd say like the history of how many other games we might have played, it's normally been MK Dons that have come away with the win. However, in the last 3 games, I don't know what's been going on, but it's not been good.
Not been good.
We just lost to them in the FA Cup this weekend.
What was the score?
We lost 2-0 at home, and one of our players got sent off. He used to play for Wimbledon. It was a real a bit of an issue, that one. But apart from that, our season is starting to get better.
Whereabouts you in the table?
I think we're starting to. We're climbing it slowly. We're climbing League Two's table slowly. We recently sacked our manager maybe a month or 2 ago. We used to have Mike Williamson in charge.
Yeah.
He used to be Newcastle centre back. Best way of putting that. There's pictures of him playing against like Man United, like Van Persie and things like that.
Oh wow.
He was one of the. I think he used to play like alongside players like Colaccini, I think, or maybe I've got like that sort of time period wrong. But he just started becoming awful, and he went to Carlisle, who are now doing awfully. And we've got Scott Lindsay in charge, who's an amazing manager, who beat us in the playoffs actually with Crawley. I think like 5-1 on aggregate or something stupid.
Oh, wow.
It really went poorly. But he's a manager that's, I think, focuses on quite a lot of possession football and tries to like press high and that sort of thing. And I think that's something that MK Dons do well with, and we're starting to slowly do a bit better at the moment. But yeah, it's not been the most impressive season, but I think we're starting to pick up some points and back-to-back wins now, which is nice.
Can you see promotion this season, or?
I really hope so.
Yeah?
I really hope so.
Push for playoffs?
I think we can push for playoffs, but I'm also quite confident that we could like still get into like the automatics quite
really?
well. Just because I think our team, like the quality in our team is there, and like with like the January transfer window and everything,
Still a long time to go.
there's still a long time to go, and we got like recently had new ownership. We've got like Kuwait owners now, and that means money. So hopefully that'll get plunged in. I think that might be a reason why we got quite a good high-profile manager in charge instead of like, well, one of Newcastle's centre backs from 2015.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Need to try and get Dele Alli back.
Yeah, well,
Dele Alli, best thing to come out of MK Dons.
There's always the rumours.
He's not got anywhere else, has he?
That's a good point. I don't know what's going on.
Such
I know
a
Dele Alli
shame.
wants to be I think he's got like that thing or like a time that says he wants to be back in like the Euro squad or like the World Cup squad or something.
Yeah.
Remember he came out and said he's got like a plan to do it, but he needs a
Not
team
heard
first.
anything of you.
I don't think.
Is he still like training with Everton? Because he was, wasn't he?
Definitely was.
He was like training. That was putting him through the rehab and everything. Well, I don't hear of him anymore. Not since that awful interview that came out. No, you don't hear anything.
I don't think you'll see him in an English shirt again.
I think he might be still. I think he still might be training for Everton, but I think the contract might be over.
Yeah, because he had the bad injury, didn't he? That was keeping him out.
I was injured, was it?
No, yeah.
It's not an excuse, that. Excuse to still be on that fucking pitch.
I never said that.
Injuries aren't excuses, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Well done, Callum, thank you.
No, he was making it into an excuse.
He has no reason to be on.
He was making it into an excuse.
Well, he broke his leg. He's got another one.
Yeah, you'd have to be sick to enjoy the Man City downfall, and I've got a cold and a massive cough. I'm absolutely loving it. It's amazing.
Listen, like I say, every team goes through a blip. We're going to say about Arsenal.
Yeah, they fell off the wagon as well. They're out of it now.
I think fuck out of it. No one's out of it.
Well, yeah, that's true. City aren't fucking much up to it, are they? Let them back in.
It's funny that was second. Hang on, Nottingham Forest are better than you.
That is mental. I don't know what's going on there.
They're having a great season. Like I say, it's still early days.
How many games lost in the Premier League?
Chris Wood's going to win the Golden Boot.
Sure.
What's going on?
Chris Wood,
What's going on?
Yeah.
the lad from Burnley.
See, this is why you shouldn't have sacked Nuno.
What?
Why you shouldn't have sacked Nuno. Give him a
Nuno
chance.
was awful for us.
But then,
it was terrible.
Did he get given a fair shot?
Yes, I would say so.
How long was he there? Because he wasn't there. He was there less than a year, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, it was awful.
Didn't he start off really well? Didn't he have like 5 games?
Every manager most managers start off really well.
I might be wrong in saying, but I think he might have got like manager of the month near the start of the
He
season.
got manager month. Most Spurs every Spurs manager that's got man of the month in the first month in charge has end up fucking
Man
sacked.
of the month.
Poor Ange. I'm sure it's close.
Well,
Or would you not think it is? I
No.
think Ange is very,
no, I think
very
it's nowhere
safe
near.
here.
He'll be
Yeah,
gone.
he's very safe.
Give it them to the year.
No, he's very, very, very safe.
When they've won nothing. Again.
I think everyone take the piss, but I think we've got a chance. I think
Yeah, there's always a chance.
if we get past United, the only team I can see us massively getting beat by is probably Arsenal, and that's only. But it's a North London. Imagine North London derby, Carabao Cup final. Oh
I
my
don't
god,
imagine that. I've watched
the
Man City. I've
scenes.
already watched Man United and Man City.
Well, it don't really compare to be fair.
Who does is better.
No, it's not.
And Manchester Derby's a lot better than North London Derby.
This, believe me, it's not.
It is.
It's definitely not.
Yeah, I've been to one.
No.
Exactly. So you know.
When was the last time you went to
I've
one?
been to several.
When was the last time you went to one?
I've been to several.
Over 10 years ago, I bet.
Was it fucking 10 years ago?
But it was.
That'll be 10 years ago.
Because you've not. When was the last time you went to a City game?
Because, fucking hell.
When was the last time you went to a City game?
COVID.
COVID, exactly. Says a lot, really.
But then,
Says a lot. Really.
I've done all everything I want to do in football.
So what's the point in this then? What, if you're done with football then?
No, I'm saying
Not even bothered about the Carabao Cup anymore.
I said
Thinks it's fucking beneath him.
Because most City fans will be saying that. That's
Doubt
what
it.
I bet they will.
So it's meant to be like your trophy. That's all you hear, City fans. It's our trophy. We've won it so many times in a row.
I'll always
and
say-
all of a sudden you're not bothered about it
I'll
after you get
always
knocked
say
out by
a trophy is
Spurs.
a trophy. I don't like it when people call it a Mickey Mouse Cup.
No, I don't agree with that. It's
But-
disrespectful. But you're being disrespectful
But I'm
by
saying-
saying you don't care
but
about
we
it.
don't.
That's disrespectful to the Carabao Cup. Of course it is.
Just to talk, come on, we didn't get this fucking far last week on it, did we?
Can't remember.
We got 10 man on 2 subs.
Fucking good Blackpool Christmas markets, no?
I'd personally say the Arsenal derby's better.
Thank you.
But I
but
also
you're a
do
Southerner.
think that like the games again. Yeah, I do think that Man United. I don't think Man United's biggest like rivalry is Man City, to be honest.
But then,
which says it all,
I
really.
think it has to be. I think it is more Liverpool. I think there's
Yeah.
more
But then-
anger there.
I think that they're not our biggest rivals anymore.
Yeah.
Who's your biggest rivals?
Arsenal. Would you believe?
Well,
Because we've been going at it to and from now for 3 years.
yeah, the bottom of the most competitive.
Yeah,
But no, I think the North London derby is more like you never hear of any like obviously you always get scraps at footballs, but like it's nowhere near as bad as down south. Like, I've got a couple of Spurs mates, and the stories they've told me that they've been involved in down
from the
there.
80s.
That's very disrespectful.
It's not though, is it?
It is.
It's not. I don't mean any
But
disrespect.
yeah, back in the day,
Yeah, back
the-
in the day, right, I'm not being funny, right? God rest his soul. If our grandma was alive, he would have fucking said, oh, I went to a few derbies and we got smashed in, or we smashed them. I could go back years. You don't...
No, I'm just saying. I think it's more. It's more like the Arsenal moved in and like
I'm not being funny.
trying to. Tottenham was there first, weren't they? So-
Blackpool and fucking Bolton hate each other.
Yeah,
And that's...
that's a good reason though.
And then Blackpool Preston. It doesn't mean...
That is rough. You
But
do,
yeah,
you, do
that
get a
is-
sense,
that
you
is-
do get a sense.
I'd say
of
Blackpool Preston's got more fucking anger about it than fucking City United.
No, do you know what I think? Blackpool Bolton's got more anger about it than Blackpool Preston.
Well, there's history of the Bolton, like with the stabbings and stuff.
I really hate Bolton.
I don't like Bolton.
I've seen Bolton play at MK Dons, and Emma Heskey was playing.
Emil
that
Heskey.
was a weird time.
Asked him to come on the
He
podcast.
went into his pub.
Came into my pub, Emil Heskey.
Well, there you go.
He said no, the bastard.
Said he needs to put it to his agent.
Good.
Yeah, I know.
Like I've got time to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Doesn't matter, we had Alfie Con on, and look at Alfie Con. 12k views on YouTube now.
Pretty good.
It is pretty good,
I
that.
saw it was at,
You
I
seen
saw
the
it was
other
at
one?
11.
The other one's gone up over
Yeah.
1k now.
I know.
Yeah. Do you see the comment?
I went mad about it. Did you see what I put back?
No, I did. What did you reply?
When he said, oh, I need better interviewer.
Yeah, he said
I
the
went-
interviewers are awful or something.
Oh,
Yeah, I know,
I
but
was like,
someone commented on your one though, saying he needs a better interview by someone who was there. What do you mean who was there? I hope he's listening to that A to Z pod, prick.
On which one? The one.
The one you were on.
Yeah, that
Oh,
weird
no, I've not seen
Who's
it.
that?
He's got, his YouTube name's A to Z pod. He went, he's a wanker. So basically he put,
I didn't even see that one.
no, delete, no, didn't delete it, it's still on there.
Is it?
Oh, you have to look on your phone, but
Yeah.
he put, oh, this deserves a better interviewer by someone who was there. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't around in the fucking 70s.
Oh, what do you expect?
I'm sorry, I wasn't there when fucking, I'm sorry, my dad's balls didn't work back then. Do you know what I mean? No, but fuck me, what do you want us to do?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
So,
why,
yeah,
why haven't you got Alfie? If you got a podcast, why haven't you got Alfie Con on your podcast?
I said to him, that's why I put back, I said, this is the second time we've interviewed him. I said, if you look back at the videos, instead of putting shitty comments. So,
Who cares? Has
That's
he got
to you.
fucking 12k views on his fucking
no,
video?
let's not boast about that this year.
Well, yeah. Look on his videos, we've got fucking 100 or something.
Well, yeah, A to Z pod, wanker.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No? Well, why'd you have to put someone down? There's no need for that, is it? Like, just two lads doing a football podcast. We get good guests on. Like,
There you go. There you go.
Hey, what? Fuck
I'll
off.
have you know, this lad here is Martin May's #1 entertainer.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. I'll have to come and
People
witness it in the
finest.
flesh.
And me and Callum, August, employee of the month.
We were.
Oh.
I don't know how it happened, to be
Do you
honest.
know what I mean?
Was it August?
Yeah, was it August?
Might have
August?
been June
No,
or July.
no, it was September. August or September, I can't remember.
It was
But
definitely near a summer.
we got it together.
Oh.
We did. We got a picture together somewhere.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know
one.
where that is.
Cute.
I like the idea that goes up on like Haven's like proper thing. I haven't seen it though.
What'd you
Which
get
is
for
probably a good
What'd you
thing.
get for employee of the month?
We got a nice little certificate in a portal frame.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we got 100 quid. Oh shit, it's not even my red light.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I was getting excited about it.
Oh, right.
You're excited about the 100 quid.
100 what in cash?
Yeah, we got taxed on the
Hey.
bastard, didn't we?
Yeah, it gets put into your next paycheck, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
bit of shit. Thought it might have been like 100 quid voucher to spend
No.
at Burger King on Martin May or
Well,
something.
I'll do that anyway. I don't need a voucher for that.
Well, yeah.
So we Callum,
Hmm?
we don't need a voucher from Burger King.
No, not
50%
really.
off's good enough.
That is decent.
So,
It does mean that I do end up getting a large meal though, because it just works like
Oh, it
if you get the
wouldn't. It wouldn't.
50% off, like it just kind of works out that way. Do you know what I mean?
He
I
wouldn't.
do wish we had a KFC.
You know, I had KFC last night.
I love a KFC.
I enjoyed it.
Pretty
Burger wasn't the best, so I got barbecue tower meal. Wasn't the best.
Is it a miss?
Yeah, like every other time I've got a burger, it's been banging. Because I never used to get burgers. I used to get Bones Banquet. But
Should we go back to
Yeah.
football?
yes, sorry.
You know, that's
We all,
fine here.
yeah, we got excited about
I've,
food then.
I've got a question for you guys.
Right,
Go on.
mate.
As it is the Perfect Pass podcast, what is the perfect pass? That is my question.
You know what? When we first started this, I had a couple of people say to me like about the perfect pass. Like, what's the most perfect pass you've ever seen?
This is an awkward one for me. I've seen one of the best passes I've ever seen in the game. It was from James Milner, right,
Wow.
to Adam Johnson.
Oh yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
I know it's a bit of an awkward one,
Yeah.
but that's why I said it was awkward.
It's fair enough.
This, it, oh fucking hell, it was an absolute peach. He hit it from the other side of the field, and the touch from Adam Johnson. No wonder we got put in prison like that. Fucking hell, it was
First touch of a legend.
absolutely perfect.
I tell you what, who did have a perfect pass, and it was only the other week. Cole Palmer
Yeah.
for that
Do you know
Chelsea
what?
goal against Newcastle.
I do think that Pedro Neto did a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, it's a great pass into a good bit of space. But who's Pedro Neto outpaced, like, get the ball ahead of? Was it Shaw? Dan Burn?
Yeah, something like that.
I think Pedro Neto's pace made it amazing. But yeah, it was a very good pass.
Ball just to like bend it round like that. That was quality. That was like Guardiola's shitting himself there. Thinking,
I don't think
I
he's
should
shitting
not have
himself.
let him go.
No, because these things, like, they either work or they don't they? And Guardiola actually came out and said, look, we're not going to send you out on loan. Because what's the point you keep sending out to on loan?
There's no point.
You
He
just
was
gotta
getting to
keep
the age
doing it
where
and doing it and doing it.
loan isn't.
And they've done it to a few now though. Like, you've got Liam Delap. He's obviously gone switch, isn't he?
He's
And
doing well.
He's
isn't
doing
he?
well.
Banging goals.
You've got what's the one that's just signed for Sheffield United?
McAtee or something.
No, McAtee still was.
Was he?
I can't remember fucking man. Wow.
There you go.
I'll think of his name. Just keep it on.
For me,
I can see his face.
either it'd have to be a corner taken quickly is one of the better passes from obviously Trent to Divock, or
That
there's
was
this
class.
really bit of a rogue one. I don't know if you have to find it. I don't know if you put clips in, but there's a pass that Gerrard did to Daniel Sturridge once. I think we were playing Fulham, and he sort of like Trevellas it like round like the defence.
Oh wow.
Like from like maybe sort of, it's kind of like a standing thing. He sort of Trevellas it round it like to Sturridge, who puts it in off the post. And I think it actually was an equaliser at the time. I think we were 1-0 down to Fulham. It was the season where he unfortunately maybe slipped, but you know we don't have to speak about that bit.
Should we not talk about that, shall we?
We'll ignore that bit. But I think we won that game 3-2. But his pass in that game to Sturridge was pretty good.
I've got a few. Like, you can pick fucking multiple
Yeah,
of De
you
Bruyne's.
could, yeah.
The De Bruyne one, I think,
David
against Stoke
Silva.
City, where I think he passes it through to Sane, like a good 30-40 yards just along the floor.
Yeah.
That was pretty
It's just-
amazing.
Is it?
There's been some good
Trivial one,
ones. Go on.
Who's better, Scholes, Gerrard, or Lampard?
I think personally, and I know this isn't an actual answer, but I think the fact that Mourinho had Lampard and wanted Gerrard, I think speaks volumes.
See, and I'm glad you said that because I said this, and now it's also Ferguson wanted Gerrard at one point,
Did he?
and he had Scholes.
Yeah.
Does say a bit, doesn't it?
I mean,
you've got managers like Mourinho and Ferguson.
Me
whatever.
personally, it's a fucking hard one, isn't it?
I think it depends what you want. This is going to sound really horrible to every Man United fan or whatever, but I'm not too bothered. I personally don't think Scholes is really in the conversation as much as the other two. I think the levels of Lampard and Gerrard, I think, were higher. I think Lampard, he scored like 200 or something goals or whatever stupid thing it was.
Well, when you look at it,
when you think from midfield, that's pretty astonishing.
the thing is, when you look at it as well, Lampard and Gerrard, they kept him out of centre mid.
Sure.
They pushed him out to the wing, didn't they, Scholes? So it's a tough debate.
It's a tough debate. You got any? Go on.
I think Gerrard's got a better goal catalogue. I think Lampard's got better. So like, I remember reading something as a kid, one of those like Match magazines or whatever it was, and it was stuff how like Lampard was making a point of like he'd pretend he was uninterested, and then at the last moment would like sort of sneak into the box and get a goal sort of thing.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think he was a bit more like obviously like Lampard did score some amazing goals as well, but I think Gerrard was a real special player, and I think you can make the argument that he did it in worse teams, and I think there's a point to that at different teams. But I do also think that there has been times when Gerrard did have like better players around him and was actually quite good. Yeah. So I think it's one of those where you can't read into it too much, really.
It's very similar to well, it's not very similar. They're not the same players, but like Dele Alli stats now. Not Dele Alli. Bellingham's stats now. Same age as Dele Alli.
Yeah,
Dele Alli's were better.
Dele Alli's were a lot better.
Yeah.
But then it just shows you how quickly something can change. I mean, I don't think Bellingham will fall off at all like Dele Alli did.
I'm not saying he's falling off, he's still quality, but he's not doing as well as he did last season. But
You can't, like, Haaland isn't doing as well as he did last season.
he's doing better. I think Haaland's doing better. Haaland wasn't
He's
great.
missing fucking 2 yards out.
Yeah, but then
Can't
he
get
missed
away
out
from
2
it.
yards last year.
Money really
Loads of
affects
players.
players. I think that's what you can gather. I think like with Dele Alli, I don't know how much money was originally at Spurs, but I think after he'd maybe got a bit better, I think he did change. I think that also happens like with like Lingard as well, another player amazing for Man United. Obviously scored the winner, I think, in the FA Cup final, and then goes on to just not be as good. I think there's many young players who fall sort of like into that problem where once they've sort of like made it, kind of like obviously they've got like so much money, it doesn't really matter. I think it does affect their like motivation a bit, and I think that's completely valid, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
Dele Alli, I don't know whether it's his attitude or whatnot.
Fucking Bellingham better stay away from Kim Kardashian. Look at me, she's sniffing around.
Oh, he's got like a brand deal or something.
Yeah, so look, I don't want to be getting involved in that little fucking mess.
No. Yeah, Dele Alli, it's such a shame.
Sorry, Kim, if you want.
But Oh yeah, because Kim Kardashian.
Maybe Kim's the A to Z podcast.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe she's got it.
So you don't know, do you?
Well, yeah.
This is it, you see. You just don't know in this game.
It's just dumb.
Have you got any other questions for us, Callum?
No, not particularly. I could give you like maybe some opinions and things if you wanted.
Go on.
But like, I personally think that this Arne Slot team, like right now, is arguably better than maybe Jurgen Klopp's last 2 seasons at Liverpool.
Wow, that's a big shout.
I think it's definitely better than his last one.
Yeah.
Because I think that, like, I know it's different when you sort of compare, but there was definitely, like, Jurgen Klopp definitely seemed to struggle against the new Brighton, I guess.
Yeah.
You can maybe call it. And obviously it's like early on or whatever, but I like Liverpool have beaten Brighton twice this season, and I think we lost to them in the FA Cup one season, which was really embarrassing, and just stuff like that where I think Liverpool right now are adopting more of a style that I think is a little bit more controlled, and I think that does sort of like benefit Liverpool at this time, just because I do think that they were a bit too a bit too out of control at times under Jurgen Klopp. Don't get me wrong, when Jurgen Klopp came in, I think there was better than what Slot's doing now. But I personally feel like Arne Slot's team at the moment, like, it is the best I've seen Liverpool in at least a couple of years. Yeah. I think I know it's only 10 games in, but I genuinely do think there's like a proper title challenge going on.
I think you're right in the title challenge. I think Liverpool have got a better chance than Arsenal. I think City, I don't know, we'll see how they go, but I do think Liverpool, it could be their year. Could be.
Well, we've won it 4 in a row, so give someone else a fucking shot.
Yeah. Spoken from a true football fan though, give someone else a shot at the title. As you do, don't you?
Well, you know.
I always said you were a class.
If it's 5 in a row, if it's 5 in a row, then...
How long have you supported City for, Ash?
See, before you go, I know where he's going with this. It was well before 2008, thank you very fucking much.
Because I've got a mate who said he started supporting Man City because he liked Joe Hart. Now
we've got a similar person in the car that does that.
I think that's very odd.
What?
We've got a very similar person, haven't we? Because my little cousin here started supporting Spurs because of Harry Kane.
Not really.
No.
Not really.
Used to be a big fan of Norwich when he was on loan.
Yeah, and then Leicester.
Not really. But
right, well, we'll save that for another time because I don't want you to.
I've already watch episode 1. I explain why I started.
Yeah, because of Harry Kane. But right, that'll be it because I've got work later on, and we could do this all day.
Yeah.
Good.
That car's just pulling up in front of me without even indicating. Look at that, it's a belter, isn't it?
Right, guys.
Right, thank you very much, Callum.
Thank you, Callum, for coming on. It's been a pleasure.
No
Lovely
problem.
little
Thanks for having me.
drive around Blackpool again.
Very nice.
Are you going to watch this episode, Callum?
Yes. Yeah, even though I'm on it.
Yeah.
Do you guys, obviously you have to like re-edit it, but do you guys rewatch it?
No.
Just because I'd be like, well, I was in.
no.
Do you know what I mean?
I do watch some of it. I watched some of it. I do. I won't lie. I watched the one I was with him and Alfie Kong because I wasn't there.
Yeah, let down.
That was, I don't know, let down, was it?
Get the barriers down.
I know. Right, yeah, let's not say
security.
that. Yeah, thank you. Right, I'm on that, yeah, thanks. We'll put that on now. Yeah. Thanks very much, Callum.
You're welcome.
Right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you later.
See you.
See you soon, guys.
Bye.